do something with him. Like, just do something sweet with him. His fucking
Rip
face
off-
blows
rip-
off.
yeah, rip
His
off
face
the lower
blows
jaw
off.
and
What's
just-
more?
He was
is there?
pretty great in Generation X.
I'd like to see him. I know that there's something they could do cool with him.
Just
you know?
more. Do you want?
It's just I just want to. I know they could do
So
more. you know?
bad.
Manifesto, I like Hawkeye now. The way that they're writing Hawkeye right now is pretty damn awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Well, the Hellfire School is an interesting idea, and I don't know why Wolverine hasn't manipulated Kid Omega into like taking them on, and then you'd probably end up taking them over or something, because he'd be like, "These kids think they're smarter than you, Quentin. These fucking assholes think they're smarter than you. Is that right?"
But Wolverine doesn't want to hurt kids.
You know, but that's the thing. He have Kid Omega, who is a kid, beat up other kids, so
No,
he doesn't
but-
have to do it.
He's still attacking children. He's just using somebody
Yeah,
to
but
do
so
it.
you gotta take those assholes down. You know, somebody's got to do it.
I mean,
like-
hey,
Although Mudbug, I'm excited.
Houston, we had
do you
a
guys
video
remember that
problem.
one fucking issue
What
where they
happened?
have this one kid who turns into a crawdad mutant? And he's like, "My name's Mudbug!" And like the Hellfire Club like scoops him up,
Good
you know,
lord.
and he goes off with them.
mud.
I
Comics.
want more Mudbug,
Love it.
honestly.
Chat's kind of disappointed that you're drinking
God.
water and not alcohol.
I am too, but
says
that's,
water?
you
That's
know.
That's vodka.
It's vodka.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
you don't
pure
know.
gin. no. It's actually friggin' corn
to-
alcohol.
So Chin finally
Okay,
asks
Jen?
a good question.
She's winning.
Was Kid Omega in any of the movies? Yes,
I
he
got
was.
this.
He was in the third movie as an Asian man with a porcupine face, and he was billed as Kid Omega.
Ugh.
He was in the
Wow.
Are you
Morlocks.
serious? That
Yes,
guy?
Yeah.
he's billed as Kid Omega in the fucking
Freaking
credits.
Carly, could drop a link. It's
Great,
cool.
Just like how they had that other chick that was Psylocke,
Thanks for
and
being
it's like barely
awesome
Psylocke.
participator
Like she
tonight.
has like
It's
a
like-
purple streak in her hair.
It's like, what is
Like,
that?
oh, there's
what
a-
is that?
Wasn't Kid Omega's the anarchist?
Yeah, with
right?
pink hair.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's actually pointed
It's
out
the
to
male
me.
you.
Yeah.
The male
I got
you.
a Kid Omega symbol right here if anyone's interested. So
That's funny.
yeah.
It's interesting because somebody actually pointed out to me earlier today that Quicksilver was actually in that movie too. Like he was
Yeah.
like locked in
Oh,
one of the
really?
cages.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And was like, you know.
I don't know
silver.
why he's like such a big crazy thing right now. I just,
It's just a
It's
pissing
just-
contest. It's
yeah,
just,
that's all it
it's
is.
just a.
Pissing, yeah.
yeah, but like why?
I
I just don't understand why. I just don't understand.
I don't.
It's one of
Nobody
the few
understands why.
points-
And why not Scarlet Witch? I'd fight over Scarlet Witch, not fucking
Love
Quicksilver.
Scarlet Witch,
like, what are you-
It's one of the few points
Yeah.
where those two franchises intersect. That's all it is. Where it's like, you know, the one of the, I mean, don't get me wrong, Beast technically is an Avenger too,
right,
but
right. Well, then that's the thing too, though. Quicksilver has never technically been an X-Man. He was in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Wait,
he was
here's-
in Avengers.
Here's an Avenger.
Here's a good question. People want to know where they should start to get the best Kid Omega stuff.
New X-Men.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's where he started.
Yeah, that's
all
it's
of it is
really good.
all of it's New X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but has Quicksilver not been the X-Men?
No, he's never been an X-Man. I was
Never
I
officially.
was
I mean, I
doing
know he was
research
in
the other
X.
day.
He was in X Factor, definitely. I
Yeah,
know
but no,
that.
he's never an X-Man.
Wow.
Officially.
He wasn't dubbed one.
It was not dubbed.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's like,
I
so I
didn't
don't think
realize
Fox has, a pot to piss in.
I think
on that
that's
one.
why.
He's a mutant.
I think
they get the
what
whole
it was
movie.
is
I know they
gotta
get they get
pause
thousands of characters.
Yeah, that's what-
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch was like one of the only two characters that Fox and Marvel both had rights
Well,
to.
I'm
and
gonna
never got
quick-
to
I'm-
finish.
Hang on,
gonna
hang on.
quickly
Frick-
interrupt,
hang on.
guys.
Frickin' Carl, hold on to your argument because Marvel has to present first.
Oh.
And then it's your job to
But
counter.
in the meantime, if you guys want to click on that link before it disappears on here, and I'll take a look at what he's get a preview of what he's submitting, and take a look at it. He says,
Dun,
"This
dun,
is what I'd
dun.
submit to defend Flash issue 20. This is the first page
Yeah, I
of the
hear
book
Flaccid.
for colors, and he's
Yeah,
a
no
big deal.
absolutely
Where's
gorgeous.
the
work.
chat portion?
I don't have
Jen, there.
Oh,
No worries,
I got
Frickin'
you.
Carl. We're glad to have you
Win this for
involved.
me.
And,
Win that for me.
Crap. What?
Win it.
Destroy Black Adam.
Do it, Matt.
You want to win and you hand it to me.
Win that. Oh. Win now.
I wish one of Barbara's skins would be just her in a wheelchair.
Oh wait.
That'd be great.
She's just like she has it's all ground game.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why they undid that. I mean, I understand that Oracle was getting a little too powerful or whatever, but at the same
Yeah.
time,
Oh, that is beautiful.
do we really need Batgirl back?
No.
Did you really need to take out the only
Oh,
wheelchair
why are
character?
specials
Why are
out?
you goofy footing it?
Are specials out?
No. Batgirl special, you have to jump before you pull both
Why?
triggers.
I
You
was like,
landed
what?
it. Boom.
Why is
Doing
this
good
not
for me,
working?
babes.
That's the link, by the way, guys. That's
Yes.
the newest Flash.
Okay.
Cool.
What is that?
We are
It
indeed.
said this is
Oh,
the last
shit,
page.
Is he, what is he doing to that woman?
That's
What is he doing to that woman?
Victory.
boom.
Losing.
Batgirl.
So with the beautiful art of him speed fucking.
She's all right. So shall we
fast.
have
All right.
Marvel submit
right.
their?
Lawrence, take it away.
Okay. So this is Avengers number 12, right? Mm-hmm. Now, Jonathan Hickman Avengers is like super high concept, and it's awesome.
Keep clicking.
Because in this issue, you have the Avengers. Basically, they discovered in an issue or two back this entirely new race because one of the back
Is this on
videos.
Mars?
No, it's
No,
in Savage
Savage
Land.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Savage Land. Okay.
Whoa.
Because one of the bad guys sent this creation bomb that hit the Savage Land. It developed an entire new race of people. They're realizing that this race of people is not like humans because they don't need to. Basically, they don't need to eat. They don't need to breathe.
They're in homeostasis, so they don't have any
No
energy in, no energy out.
Right.
Right.
They don't sleep.
Yeah.
And so they're basically saying, well, they kind of have to live in this world with us, but because they're so different from us, they won't understand the
Right.
world around them.
Right.
So it might be on us to go and teach them what it's like, some of the concepts
Yeah.
of being a person.
What I got while reading it is that basically it's a lot like the Genesis. It's like how the Bible is. The Bible is setting rules for humans to survive. Like the reason that there has to be evil is because evil exists so that you can appreciate good. Like teaching each of the Avengers are tasked with teaching these new children how to survive and how to live in the world. And they're each like Spider-Man, Doc Ock,
Spider-Man,
Doc Ock
yeah.
Spider-Man is teaching them trust. But of course, because he's Doc Ock,
Villain.
the way that he does it is by teaching them that distrust exists, and that you have to battle that. And then what is
So
it?
Thor is basically teaching them about
Honor.
and like duty, like the
Yeah.
ability like to go
Like
off
Wendy.
and quest.
And quest.
Yeah. And then it's interesting.
I wish Thor had come to me when I was a little kid to explain things. Like
I bet you do.
It's-
I bet
yeah,
you do.
yeah.
Right. Look,
be like, toss me in the air.
look. You got Hawkeye and Spider-Woman here.
Just chilling on the beach.
Right. Like
Right.
literally just hanging out and letting these little people do their own thing. But in the
But
end,
if you look at in the background, they're actually being attacked
yeah,
by these vines.
yeah. As they're getting ignored by Hawkeye
Yeah.
and Spider-Woman.
But they're overcoming it.
Right.
I think it's weird that he has bigger boobs than her.
Yeah.
Don't be mad because his pecs are better than yours.
I mean, I am. I'm just.
But one of my favorite things in this book is let me see. It's these children who are tasked with like going on a quest by Thor. They're off on their own, and while Thor and Hyperion are having a deep philosophical conversation, and it's intermixed with these panels of the kids find this rock that Thor had thrown,
Hey,
and they're
Buzzkill.
scaling this rock wall, and one of them falls. And it's hanging on, and it calls back the whole trust thing that Spider-Man was teaching them and how to distrust people. And you see one of them, like, going to reach for him, and you're not sure if he's going to, like, throw him off or whatever.
Right.
And because they're all, like, it's a contest, so the first person to get to the rock wins, apparently. But you see that they actually help each other in the end. So, that they're innately good, even though they do have, like, they can't be hurt.
Yeah.
They can't,
Right.
and that's
Well-
what they're really worried about is that
Right.
these people, this new race could come and dominate humanity, is what I get from it.
Yeah, people think that innocence is like a good thing, and it's like children are innocent and they torture like bugs and stuff and like pull wings off of flies because they're innocent. They don't know that that's bad, you
Right.
know, and like that's a really interesting look at like that whole scenario, you know.
And I will say that this book really shines in the sense that Hickman takes the opportunity, just as Ben was saying, to have Thor and Hyperion have this conversation, because they're both basically like gods. They kind of understand the importance of doing this particular thing because they're like these kids are basically more, or actually Tony Stark that points that out in the book, where these kids are more like you than they're like us.
Right.
It's like because they don't need food, air, water, nothing. They don't need anything. And so it's like, we kind of have to, the conversation that Hyperion and Thor have is just basically like, yeah, it's interesting how we don't necessarily see ourselves the same way as they see us. And it's like he's talking about that from the perspective of this race of people, but also talking about just the humans too, and how they kind of, I guess, how they can relate to each other in a different way than anybody else can relate to them.
Because they're two gods, but they don't have a god complex.
Right. It's a great book, dude.
I'm really into the universe in general. I love the universe. I'm like really.
Thanks
into
for
the
stopping by,
universe stuff.
WM Crucial.
Captain
Thanks,
Universe
WM
in
Crucial.
here. She comes
Good
up to the
night.
children at the end and she's like, "I want help. I can do something," and they're like, and she's like, "Just shut up and let me do it." And she's telling him, "You've learned a lot of things today, and you guys have these gifts, and these guys don't have this stuff." And instead of trying to teach them something and tell them something, she asks them a question and says, "What will you be here to, like, what are you going to do among them? Like, what's your purpose?" And that's like such a greater gift than anything. Like in teaching anyone anything is to ask them a question and get them to think for themselves and figure out what their own purpose is.
Thanks for swinging by, Simpara.
So
Thanks,
that's pretty
Sampara.
sweet. Captain Universe. For the win.
I'm gonna say it wrong. Jadara Terrible
Nice, LD.
wants to know the
Thank
name
you.
of the issue so
Yes.
that they can pick it up.
Number 12, Avengers. But I would say like you can't just pick. You gotta like Hickman's stuff is weird.
And plus, it's only 12, so I'm
so
sure
actually,
that you
yeah,
can
they're
pick
gonna have
up.
the trade paperback of.
Yeah.
You'll
first
enjoy
one's
them all
already out.
anyways.
But also with this book, you have all this heavy stuff that's going on, but then all of a sudden they're attacked by a saber-toothed lion stegosaurus. I'm sorry, Triceratops hybrid. And then some of the
Shit
kids
is
are
crazy.
taken away by dragons, and they're taken to. I have to show you this because it's one of my. It's like along the lines of Dazzler, showing up on the final splash page. They're taken to the High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary's back.
Is back.
Oh,
Is back.
And I will say this: Hickman's probably the only guy that I'd be like, you know what?
He could ride the High Evolutionary.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
bring the High Evolutionary back. Like it's like the High
yeah.
Evolutionary is like one of these guys. Like nobody writes the High Evolutionary right just
Yeah.
because he's like so
He's
like
God,
yeah, it's like
essentially,
Deus
like,
Ex
yeah.
Machina or
And,
whatever.
and
but
he has the
Hickman
urge
is
to
gonna
make
do it.
something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Are we turning this over to frickin' Carl to do Flash, or is that what we're going with, DC?
Sure.
All right,
We could do it.
Frickin' Carl, we're trusting you. We're just listening to what you have to say, man. If you can defend Flash and win us this, it's your victory along with ours. If you fail, we'll blame you.
No
So
Mr. Blur.
We have the High Evolutionary though. I mean, that's.
so don't try and smash their book. Try and prove Flash, because we can sit here and make fun of the philosophical aspects all we want, but we don't know anything about Flash. So you got to prove that
Chinchilla
Flash
Chin is
is
leaving.
better.
Good
Not
night,
that
Chinchilla.
Good
Thank you
night.
for tuning
Uncanny
in.
is
Yeah, go watch some Arrested Development and Breaking Bad.
And Breaking Bad, apparently.
and Samurai Jack and whatever the other one was.
Whatever else.
I like Samurai Jack.
The art. in this book is
Don't get him started.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks for coming by.
You weren't annoying at all.
Ah, you're fine.
No, not annoying. No worries.
Wait, that's right. Carl, if you, here's a possibility. If you have a webcam at home, you could actually go to elitelivechat.com and we could turn up the volume here and hear you make your argument.
Oh, awesome.
There you
But
go.
if you'd rather just, yep, Spajoni's got it. But if you'd rather just talk about it with chat, that works too. So just let us know one way or another. Oh, yeah.
I really thought that was
Yeah.
him coming into it.
It's like, here we
No
go.
webcam. Oh, he does
okay.
have a mic. So can he just?
Mic would still work, yeah.
Yeah, frickin' Carl, you can just mic in.
Freaking Carl.
It's an awesome name.
It is.
Yeah, Samurai Jack, totally Phil Lamar. Phil Lamar is one of the great voice actors.
Not
of
to
our
make
time.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
Green Lantern, man.
Especially because he comes from Mad TV. You watch
Right.
Isn't that
Mad TV
weird?
and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Isn't that weird? Well, I like that. Like you hear his real voice after he did Jon Stewart.
Well, he's
and
he's
just
Baxter
like-
Stockman in the new Teenage
Yeah.
Mutant Ninja Turtles too. Which
Oh,
is
that's gonna
awesome.
be awesome.
Yeah.
He's a great voice actor.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
just-
it's the
I'm
it's
just
the cartoon
picturing
that's on
freaking
Nickelodeon
Carl
right now.
sounding like
Oh,
Carl
I
from
didn't
Aqua
realize it
Teen
was
Hunger
that
Force
Baxter
now.
Stockman, was it
Yeah,
really? Oh.
yeah.
So freaking Carl, all you have to do is go to that